Imagine a brief window of time where every single action you take is instantly multiplied by 30,000. This is a reality for nearly 2 billion people. It is Laylat al-Qadr, or the Night of Power, the anniversary of the moment the angel Jibril began revealing the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad. The Quran defines this night as better than 1,000 months. Mathematically, those few hours equal 83 years. For believers, this is the ultimate return on investment. A single act of charity is recorded as if performed continuously for a lifetime. Because the multiplier is so high, missing this specific night means losing out on the equivalent of a lifetime of worship. It is the most anticipated event in the Islamic world. But there is a significant complication. No one knows exactly when it happens. The date is a deliberate secret, hidden somewhere within the final 10 days of Ramadan, typically on an odd-numbered night. This presents a theological paradox. Why would a prize this massive be intentionally kept out of reach from those seeking it? This concealment turns the end of the month into an active, high-stakes search that dictates the behavior of a quarter of the global population. Since there is no set date on the calendar, the final nights of Ramadan become a period of intense observation, following environmental markers described by the Prophet Muhammad. During the night itself, worshippers look for a profound sense of tranquility and a uniquely moderate temperature that feels neither too hot nor too cold. There is also a definitive sign that appears the next morning. It is reported that the sun rises as a weak white disk, completely devoid of its usual blinding radiant rays. These signs trigger immediate practical actions. Global data shows massive spikes in zakat, the Islamic requirement for charity, as people rush to ensure their donations land within the window of the Night of Power. Theology becomes a tangible, physical event. Billions of people are simultaneously watching the sky and redistributing their wealth. While the goal is universal, the way this search manifests geographically is incredibly diverse. In the urban centers of Egypt, worshippers pack into massive mosques, with crowds spilling out into the city streets. In Saudi Arabia, many believers commit to itikaf, remaining inside the mosque for the entire final 10 days to ensure they never leave the site of prayer. Along the shores of Algeria, women light colored candles on the beach as the sun sets. Families in Mauritania practice localized traditions, burning specific incense to mark the sanctity of the final nights. In Turkey, historic Ottoman mosques like the Süleymaniye overflow with thousands of people gathered in collective worship. Despite these varied traditions, they are unified by a single supplication. This Arabic prayer, asking for God's pardon, is repeated millions of times across every continent. The singular mandate to find the hidden night produces a kaleidoscope of culture, a unified religious effort that looks completely different in every country it touches. To understand why the date remains a secret, we have to look at the concept of shock, a deep, eager yearning of the heart that is only fueled by the act of searching. The 13th century scholar Ibn Qudama argued that this concealment is a deliberate psychological tool. He noted that if the exact night were known, human nature would lead people to ignore the rest of the month and only exert effort on that single date. This pattern of hidden prizes exists throughout Islamic practice, from the specific hour of answered prayers on Friday to the unknown duration of a human life. The uncertainty is designed to produce sustained effort. Because the finish line is hidden, the believer must maintain their highest standard of character and devotion for 10 consecutive nights. That 83-year mathematical reward serves as the initial draw, but the concealment itself is what targets the long-term behavior of the believer. By forcing a 10-day search, the secret effectively builds a rigorous spiritual discipline. In trying to catch a single night, the believer inadvertently constructs a habit of charity and prayer that often outlasts the month of Ramadan itself.